and welcome back to the MMA India show. This is your host Praveen Devas, and today we have for you the Gangster episode. Yeah, the Gangster episode. We have two gangsters for you. Joanna Jedrzejczyk. I hope I pronounced that right. Otherwise, she's going to beat the shit out of me because we spoke to her. And she does have a real gangster, aggressive vibe about her. She's really cool, though. Not in a bad way, but a really cool way. Great to talk to the champ. She's a strawweight champ in UFC. An honor to talk to her. Our first UFC champ that we interviewed. We had a nice detailed discussion, which you'll be seeing now. And we spoke to Jorge Masvidal, who recently beat Donald Cowboy Cerrone. In a great fight. He showed his skills, and finished off Cowboy Cerrone, which was very well. Not many people predicted. We did predict it right though, and we had interviewed Jorge Masvidal a couple of months back, just before his fight with Jake Ellenberger, where he had told us that he's going to call out after beating Jake. He's going to call out Cowboy, and he did do that. Always a pleasure talking to him. A really cool, nice guy. He did think we in India would misunderstand what gangster means, and we would actually think that he's a real life gangster. But Jorge, we don't. We know what the term gangster is used for as a slang, or if you want to say just as a nickname. So we want to say you are a gangster in a great way. That's why we have the Gangster episode today for you people. Enjoy and watch it.
Hi, Jorge.
Hey, how you doing, my brother?
All good. Congrats on your win. That was amazing. Great fight.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. So, we firstly wanted to congratulate you. I also wanted to congratulate you because when we saw the fight, it was completely amazing. Such a clinical performance from you. You told us the last time when you next fought Donald Cerrone, you'd, do what you exactly did. So congratulations about that.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. Are we starting the interview already, or?
Yes, sir.
We were live. Is this live?
It's not live.
Yeah, we're recording.
We're recording it. Yeah.
Nice. Well, first and foremost, I would just like to thank God for this journey, for this opportunity. I always thank God. One of the first things I do. I know I wouldn't be here without God. And I always like to say that because I came from a very humble beginning. So now people in India are hearing my voice. And I'm from Miami, Florida. I never would have thought that in a million years people in India would want to interview me, So it's just a blessing, and I know where the blessing comes from. It was a direct gift from God, and it's still so good to this day.
Yes, sir. It's really our pleasure, getting the chance to talk to you once again. So, Praveen, do you want to go ahead with your questions?
Yeah. You were really confident facing both Ellenberger and Cowboy. Of course, we spoke to you before the Ellenberger fight. Now, leading up to Cowboy fight, you didn't seem very impressed with Cowboy's skills in the lead up. Now, what was the difference in strategy for both Ellenberger and Cowboy?
There was no different strategy, really. It was just beat their ass. That was the strategy. Just whoop their ass, And I knew both of them couldn't out wrestle me, though they said they could. None of them could pick me down and hold me down as it showed in the fight. So I knew all I had to do was just go forward and throw punches. Slightly different in the technical aspect, like Ellenberger fought him with my hands down like I usually did.
Yeah.
I usually do. But with Donald, I kept my hands up higher because of his kicks are tricky. I gave him a lot of respect with that. I usually have my hands down because that's where I feel more comfortable. But with Donald, I kept my hands high, That goes to show the respect I have for him.
But did it also seem like you were waiting for him to kick at the same time to counterpunch at that time? And
one more time. You were breaking up. Say it one more time.
I said it seemed like you were waiting for him to kick, to do a counterpunch at that same time sometimes, and that seemed like you were.
Yeah. One of my favorite strategies of doing a fight is to take your strongest weapon and turn it against you, if I can, in a lot of situations. So what I mean like if somebody's a really good wrestler, every time they shoot on my legs, I'm going to present a really big threat to take their wrestling away, like either a knee or a really good front headlock that I could wear guys out so then they don't want to shoot on me. You know, so I knew his biggest weapon is his kicks. So we practiced that to embrace the kick, stay right there, and fire back right away. So I was prepared to do that all night. So he got off cheap because I could have been doing that all night to him, you know, so he would have dropped again and again and again. So that's how smart of a fighter me and my team are. We're going to get your strongest weapons and turn them against you if you're hearing this.
Right, I just want to cut in as well because you said you could do it all night. You almost did, the fight was stopped almost in the first round. But you could say, the buzzer kind of saved Cowboy. So what were your thoughts? Because most of the people thought, Herb Dean stepped in first and then the buzzer went off. So what was your reaction about that?
I just want to say that I have
the video.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
My adrenaline is pumping at the time, so at first I didn't want to say nothing, but after reviewing the video, me and my team, he pulled me like a second and a half before the bell rings, and it looks like then the bell rings and then he changes his mind, because it looks like he waves it off in the air, the bell rings and he changes his mind. He's human, everybody makes mistakes, but I think a mistake was made, So with the adrenaline and him trying to save the Cowboy.
Do you think it's better that the fight went on so that there was no controversy about the win at all?
Oh, of course. I was actually mad. So I was actually mad the second time because he was on his feet. Let me give the people their money's worth, People pay good money to see a fight. Now this guy made it back up to his feet. I'll put him back down to let these people get their money's worth, if you let him come out for the second round. But I was happy it went down that way because I would have hated it for people to say that Bell saved him. And then what if round 2 or 3 he would have won? No, now you see that there was no round he was going to win. And not 2, not 3, not 5. It didn't matter where I fought, altitude or no altitude, I was going to win. Everybody knows where that fight was headed. And that's what I want to tell the world. That's what everybody in this division is headed. This is my division. It's my time now. It's game over for everybody else.
Right, and even during the start of the second round, we could almost see Cowboy out on his feet. He looked like fish out of water. So when you were going into the second round, what did your corner tell you? How did you feel? Did you feel that, you would be able to finish Cowboy right then and there?
Yeah, my corners, I have a lot of experience in my corner. Tremendous experience. I think I got the greatest corner in the world. So it's kind of like cheating, But they told me just, he's hurt. He's still hurt. He's going to come out here. Go out there, proceed with caution, but execute. Make sure he doesn't make it the halfway of this round. And they told me very clear, my coaches that I've been with for a long time, but Alino Hernandez, he's known me since a kid. He's my head striking coach, so he could just look at me and then he'll say 2 words and I know exactly what he's talking about, That's the connection that we have, so it was just natural.
Right, and even after the fight, there, you talked about meeting, Cerrone's and Nana. So what went on with that conversation? What happened? What did she tell you?
She broke my heart. She's such a sweetheart. She just came up to me and shook my hand, and I didn't know who it was. So I was just like, hey, how you doing? I shook her hand back, and they were telling me that's Cerrone's grandma, and it just instantly hurt. Because I have kids, and I would never let my kids fight, or I wouldn't want to see them fight. It's gotta hurt,
Yeah.
So she told me that I was a great fighter, and I was like, no, your grandson's a great fighter. And she's like, no, you're a really good fighter, and God bless you. And I told her, God bless you back, but it broke my heart a little bit.
Right.
What did you say to Cowboy after the fight, and also before the fight? There's a video of you shouting out to him, and I think I heard somewhere that it was about him not saying that he didn't recognize you or didn't remember you, even though you guys had sparred together, and trying to downplay that.
Yeah, he was just trying to dismiss me like he didn't know who I was. He's known who I was for years. I mean, you wouldn't know somebody that's that good in your division, then you're probably not too bright. All these guys in the division know me, which is the case. They do or they don't. I've been kicking ass long before I was in the UFC, beating world-class contenders. So, I mean, the dollar win, I know it's a big one in the UFC, but it's not the biggest one of my career. I've beaten better guys 6-7 years ago. There were better strikers, better rappers than him, so it doesn't even rank in my top 5 victories, you know? But for the world, it's like the greatest victory ever. People don't know me. I've been here a long time kicking butt.
Right. Now, you know,
What did you say to him after the fight when you went up to him?
Yeah, after the fight, well, he had said that he didn't know who I was, he never seen me fight, and that he didn't remember spawning me. So after the fight, I just told him, you know who I am now, motherfucker, and I walked away.
Okay.
now, you know, you said you had fought bigger names before. Now the interesting situation is, since Nick Diaz is turning down fights, Dana White, you know, just yesterday said whatever fight he was going to give to Nick Diaz, he would give to you now. So what do you think about the whole situation surrounding, you know, now you being the chosen guy kind of in the welterweight division?
You know, yeah, for me, Damien Maya, I said yes right away. Damien Maya said no right away. So it's pissing me off. I'm still having trouble getting fights. You know, I thought we got into this business to fight, not to sit out and, you know, wait for fights or whatever. I just want to fight, you know. I don't like doing interviews. I don't like going to the gym. I don't like doing diets. I only do this so I can fight one day, you know? That's what I like to do. So to me, it's very weird. The guys just don't want to fight. We're all ranked now. Everybody used to say, you're not ranked, I don't want to fight you. Well, now I'm ranked. Now I'm part of the country club. Let's fight. Let's put on a good show for the people that spend their hard-earned money and time watching this and give them the best fights around. All I like to do is fight. I mean, it's like a basketball game. For these guys, it's like a sacred ritual where somebody dies and somebody lives. It's just a fight, man. Come on. Let's do it, you know?
Yeah, and you know, can you give us any updates on you know, you fighting probably Damien Maya or someone else in the welterweight division? Did Dana know or now you know, Sean Shelby, did anyone call you up and say, okay, this is going to be your next fight?
No, nobody's called me to tell me he's going to be in this fight.
But did you just say that Damien Maya turned down the fight with you? Is that what you just said?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I just said. Damien Maya, no problema with me. You know, he doesn't want to fight me. I don't blame him. Yeah, nobody wants to fight me.
So realistically, you know, who do you think is the next person that you want to fight? If you could fight anyone in the top 5, because that's the most logical thing to do, who would be the next fighter that you would want to fight?
The biggest fight I can get my hands on. Really, who I would like to fight is Damien Maya. Because nobody likes to fight that guy. Nobody wants to fight him. I want to fight Damien Maya. I want to shock the world with my wrestling department. If people were shocked now at my striking department. All day, since the fight till now, I've been getting tons and tons of messages of thousands of fans of how shocked they were with my striking. When I out-wrestled Damien Maya, I'm going to triplify that. Because I'm a better wrestler than Damien Maya, but the world just doesn't know. But those that do know won't be shocked. Like the people like my team, that American top team, my coaches, Mike Brown, Paulino Hernandez, those guys won't be shocked. The wrestlers won't be there. But if Maya comes to wrestling, he's never going to, he won't hold me down. He might get a takedown, but he won't hold me down.
Right.
Now, what are your feelings on, of course, this is a hypothetical question, but since Damien Maya has turned down the fight, it may not be. If you're offered a fight with Robbie Lawler, who was, of course, your teammate, but not anymore.
Robbie Lawler's different, you know. It's not so much that we were teammates. He's a friend of mine. I'm not trying to fight with Robbie. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's helped me out a lot, and you know, that's the past. But only if we had to, you know, I was a champion, he was a champion, something of that nature, then we'll talk about it. You know, and if it made sense, it made sense.
But not right now is what you're saying.
I mean, yeah, not right now. Robbie wouldn't be a possibility right now. Okay. Nah, I wouldn't accept a fight with my son right now, you know?
Now, Dana White said, you know, he always knew you were talented, but that you never pulled the trigger, and now you pulled the trigger. Now, do you have to say something about that?
I mean, it's that pulling the trigger expression. They kind of take away from fighting, you know? They want to just see knockouts and quick knockouts. It's fun to do, but it's also fun to see. You gotta learn to appreciate it a little bit. somebody just beats somebody up for 15 minutes everywhere in the wrestling department, in the striking department, in the defense department, you know, and that's what I do a lot of times because I'm a master class A1A type of fighter. So I like to just fight. Sometimes I feel like knocking guys out. Sometimes I know it'll be easier to just fight them going backwards without pointing them, making them miss, making them look bad, you know. But just to each his own, man. I get satisfied all styles. People just want to see knockouts now. That's all I've been trying to do for like the last 2 years is just knock guys out because that's what people want to see. Yeah, is a knockout.
Right, and I also wanted to ask you after your fight, you went up to Brian Stan and you said something along the likes of, that the Gangster is now in the welterweight division. So, do you want to kind of elaborate on that statement?
No, I didn't say gangster. I'm not a gangster in the street. I said, basically what it's saying is, I'm the real.
Right.
The real is back. It's just saying like, I mean, I guess you could say gangster, but I'm not robbing people. I don't want nobody in India thinking I'm robbing people and stuff like that. I come from very humble beginnings, though. I do come from a neighborhood where people got robbed, and people get robbed. From a very, very humble neighborhood. But, I'm not that type of, like, I don't rob people, Yeah. Not that type of gangster. Gangster is a different one.
Yeah, but nobody will take that literally. I think it's like Joanna Jedrzejczyk chat is called a gangster. So I think it's kind of like I don't know what the right word is, but it's like a compliment almost.
Yeah, but so can you look what you meant by the real is in the
subculture. Yeah. Okay, I understand. Yeah, I didn't know if you guys got it because it didn't mean like literally gangster, like
we don't get
yeah. I didn't want people in India. I didn't want people in India thinking that I'm robbing ladies for purses and stuff like that.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah. So can you elaborate on that? When you said the real is now in the welterweight division, what did you exactly mean by that?
Well, I come from the very, very bottom, man. From the bottom. A lot of these guys had other opportunities in life. I didn't, the way that I grew up, So those that understand me and that have followed me from my street fighting days, from the very humble beginnings of where I come from to where I am now, understand it, and that's why it's easy money. For me, the easy money team.
Right. Now I also want to ask, you talk about your humble background. Now, how surreal is it for you, to start from such humble backgrounds and now almost challenging for a welterweight title? How big of a resurgence or how big of a leap is this for you personally?
Well, a way that the Indian fans can probably understand it's like a slumdog millionaire, I might end up being a millionaire and I come from a neighborhood that's not so nice, so it's crazy. I'm getting interviewed with people from India right now. I don't know nobody in India, but look, they know me over there. It's such a humbling experience from where I came from. I never would have thought something like this would happen to me. Never in a million years. But, it's crazy how the world works.
Right, absolutely.
You've offered Dana $200,000 if you can find someone who can beat you at welterweight. Now, was that like a spontaneous idea? Did you just throw it out? Now, Dana said somewhere that he thinks it comes from a guy, I think Dan Lambert, has put you up with.
Yeah.
Was it your idea?
No, that's my idea completely, man. I just wanted to get Dana's attention. I don't understand. They had me like in the basement under the jail. They don't let me play with the rest of the population because they see what could happen. Why not let me get the green light and get all these guys out of here? Let's do it easy, But I just want to get paid for my services really well.
Yeah.
Right.
But it seems like he's realized that now, and he is giving you the green light. That's what it seems like.
I mean, I don't know. I'll know when I have the next matchup and where they got me on the card, stuff like that. I'll know if they're behind me or not. I don't know. They still might be on the fence about me. I don't know if they know what they're seeing. You understand?
Yeah.
They might not know still. You guys know, but they might not know still what they're sitting on. Because I'm a gold mine.
Right. And, now you have Tyron Woodley facing Stephen Thompson once again. So, many people thought Cerrone was just one more fight away from possibly challenging for the title, and now you're in that situation. So, what do you think of this reshuffle that is happening in the welterweight division at this point?
I think Cerrone Woodley's going to win the rematch again. I betted on him the first time. I'm going to bet on him the second time. And, I don't know. I don't know who will get the shot next after that. If Maya's getting the shot, I don't know, because the welterweight picture is very confusing, The GSP is always threatening to come back or not. And he gets like a green light, obviously, for big fights too, so it's a very tricky division right now.
Right. Now, would that be a fight that you'd be interested in if GSP decides to come back? And then you're in a situation where, you have two people fighting for the title, and then Damian Maia sitting on the sidelines waiting for his opportunity. But now you have GSP coming back, and you have, Jorge Masvidal, who just knocked out Cerrone. Would that be a fight that you'd be interested in, you against George St. Pierre?
Of course, man. Of course I'd be interested in that fight. That dude is one of the biggest sellers in the sport. Of course I would be interested in that fight. But they wouldn't be interested in that fight with me. You think they fight me? Hell no. They think, why that guy? That guy's not famous and he's really, 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 really good. Pick anybody else but him. That's exactly what happened. I would not have to get that phone call.
I agree with you because I think you have put yourself in a spot where you are famous now and you have given yourself a platform. You are a money fight now. That's what, I feel, we feel at least, that you have put yourself in that position now where you are the guy to beat.
Say it again, you breaking up?
Yeah. I said I don't fully agree with you because I think you've put yourself in a position where you are the money fight and you are the guy to beat now. And you have made a name for yourself, and you put yourself in the top rung of the fighters.
I have, in terms of skill-wise, yes, but in terms of name recognition, no. I'm not really a popular guy. I don't take enough pictures on social media. Hashtag it up all day long, like these guys. That's why they suck, because I'm all day in the gym. They're all there on their little fucking phones and computers and posting pictures in the media.
But
Get to the gym,
what people like about you. And I think they wanted somebody real like you, and I think that is what is going to keep you at the top because you're not doing what everybody else is doing just to keep their name there, but you're winning fights over guys like Donald Cerrone. And that
is like fighting, man. Like that. I like to fight so much, I'll do everything I gotta do to get the bigger fights. I gotta play the game. I have to play a game now for me to get the big fights. I'll do it because I like fighting so much, and I know how to talk. It's not like I'm retarded that I can't talk. It's just that it's not really me. It doesn't really. I don't care to be famous. I've always liked it that I've made a good living, and I'm not really famous. I like that better than as a fight. Everywhere I'm going in my city, it's like 4 or 5 people are stopping me now. I've been living here for like my whole life. And people don't bother me that much. Now it's crazy, Now it's like, oh shit, it's a little overwhelming. I'm with my kids and it's like 5, 6, 7 people. Hey, let me get a picture here. Let me get a picture here. It's nuts, I'd rather me be not known,
Right, and even the last time we kind of touched about it a little, but after your fight with Cerrone, there were videos circulating with your interaction with Kimbo Slice when you were younger. So can you also dwell a little on how that kind of set up for you at this big stage?
Say the last part again.
So, after your fight with Cerrone, there were videos that were circulating with you and Kimbo Slice when you were, relatively younger, during your younger days. So can you tell us how those days kind of helped you in becoming who you are today?
Oh, wow. God rest in peace, Kimbo was an awesome dude, He was going to the same gym that I was going to. And I told him I wanted to fight, Get me some fights. So he's like, okay, I got you. He didn't call me for about 3, 4 months. And then they gave me a call, like, hey, we got you to fight, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be, like, in a couple weeks. So I was like, okay, perfect. I was just hanging out at McDonald's one day. And they just called me, like, hey, you want to come fight? I was like, hell yeah. So I went over there. Kimbo fought right before me. He knocked some guy out, and then I fought some dude that wanted to fight a guy before me. When I got there, he's like, hey, he's gonna fight another guy, and then you. I was like, okay, whatever. So he fought the dude. He knocked the guy out like in a minute, and then I caught the guy. That was the first time, and then the second time, that guy wanted a rematch because he said he fought somebody first before me. So I gave him a rematch, Ray, and we had another great fight. So it was fun times, you know.
Right.
We've of course spoken about whether the UFC is going to see you, as a top strong fighter. We do think they're already seeing you like that from how we can hear Dana talk about you. Do you see yourself fighting for the title in 2017? Let's say by the end of 2017.
I don't fight for the title 2017. I don't know where I went wrong, but I plan on fighting a lot. That's what I do plan on doing. Whether it's for the title or not, I'm gonna fight a lot because I love the fight. That's why I got into the sport. Not the high five with guys and then have MySpace profiles and stuff. I got into the sport to fight. So what you will see from me is the title and then me defending it a lot. Because as soon as I get my hands on that title, you're gonna see me fighting even more. The only thing I like to do is fight.
And how many fights are left on your contract now? And are you looking at a pretty decent bump up now in the scale, considering you're on a win streak and beating some big names now?
I'm just gonna right now. My management team and us really haven't gotten the next opponent, so we don't know what direction we're gonna go. We're just waiting for the opponent, and then we'll know what's next.
Okay. Akhilesh?
Yeah, just we've talked about who you want to fight next, what's going to happen. What do you realistically see happening in 2017? What is the one thing that you want to achieve this year?
Fight for the championship, of course. That's always been the number one goal. But just stay busy, If for some reason I can't fight for the championship because there's a draw and then this guy's ahead of me or whatever, I'm just going to stay busy. You're not going to see me sit out either waiting for fights for indefinite periods, So I like to compete because this is where I have my fun. This is my birthday party, so I'm going to take advantage of it as much as I can. I don't have no serious injury as of right now. I got to get my hand checked for a little repairs on my hand because my hand's always messed up, but I'm pretty healthy, Other than that, I'm ready to go again soon.
Right now, so there might be an issue where, say, Woodley beats Thompson and you beat someone else and you're now the number one contender. But as you said, Woodley might want to fight someone like Nick Diaz, those money fights that Woodley has been talking about. So would you be happy, just being there and not fighting for the title and taking on the other all-comers? What would you, do if
of course, I would.
Yeah, please go on.
No, I would lose my mind. If something like that would happen, I would lose my mind. But it's the nature of the beast, If somebody's more popular, they get a shot ahead of you faster than you, It doesn't matter. It's all in God's hands. I know at one point or another I'm going to have that belt wrapped around my waist. I'm not even worried about it.
All right, fantastic.
Great. So, Jorge, we don't want to keep you too long. We want you, to, of course, enjoy your newfound and much-deserved success. So thanks a lot for taking out the time to talk to us. And we really look forward to talking to you again after your next victory, and we'll be following and praying for you. So thank you so much for taking out the time, and we'll reach out, take your message to all your Indian fans, and we will be following you.
I'm doing a lot of fans, so I love it. All the respect that the Indian public is showing me. It's like I said, I'm a kid from Miami. It's from the city, So from people millions of miles away, thousands of miles.
ये कॉल काट दी जाएगी। में आपके अकाउंट में कम बैलेंस होने के कारण।
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
So
Did it get cut?
sorry?
Did it get cut?
Yeah, I think we lost Jorge.
Okay. So, I guess you can just message him and say thanks.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. And
All
I
right.
think the message coming was your money's about to finish in the phone.
Yeah, something like that. I think.
So you need to refurbish
Yeah.
and put the money. Cool. So that was a great conversation we had with Jorge Masvidal. What an awesome guy. I just love the guy. You know, he's such a guy. He just wants to fight, and he shows such a huge heart. You know, fighting in Cerrone. Well, actually, it wasn't really such a huge heart because it was more pure confidence. Because he was never really pushed. You know, he seemed totally in control. Even when Cerrone was kicking him in the legs, he didn't seem in any discomfort at all. You know,
Right.
He was so confident, and you know, he put himself in a position where he has to fight a top 5 guy now, even though he says he's ready to fight anyone. But he deserves a top 5 guy now, top 5 guy.
Right. So let's see what happens. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's gonna fight a top 5 guy. It doesn't make sense because Cerrone was top 5. So the next logical thing for him is to fight a top 5 guy.
Cerrone was top 5 as well. There's no reason for him to go backwards now.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think he's gonna fight Maya.
I personally think he's one fight away from a title shot.
Yeah.
So great. So having said that, we are going to shut for the day because again it's 2 a.m. in the morning, and we are, of course, we have a great time doing this, but it's 2 a.m. and we torture ourselves for you guys and bring you UFC stars like Jorge Masvidal, who we are speaking to the second time around, and had a great time chatting with him again. He's a very humble guy, comes from humble background, great guy, great fighter, and we are very lucky to talk to him and bring his message out to you guys. So thank you, Akhilesh, and good night to you and everybody out there.
Hi, Joanna.
Hi, how are you?
Good, and welcome to the MMA India show.
Yeah,
Can
I'm
you hear
here.
us? Oh,
Yes, I can hear you guys.
all right, perfect. Praveen, if you want to start.
Joanna, are you ready? Shall we start?
Yes, I'm ready.
First of all, are you happy with the, you know, you don't have a nickname, but Tyrone's giving you a nickname, Gangster. Which, so what are you happy with that? Do you think that works?
I don't mind. We have a very good relation with Tyrone, Dana, with all of the fighters, the champions as well. So sometimes we're making fun of our stare downs, face offs, but it's just a joke, you know. It's just a joke, but I like it.
Okay, great. Now, how have you adjusted to the American top team? You know, we just spoke to your teammate Jorge Masvidal a couple of times now. How have you adjusted there?
Yeah, amazing. Like it's going to be my first camp with them. I was back to America last week. I did some obligations with the UFC in Denver, and I'm back to Florida to American Top Team. I keep on training every day, so I'm very happy. I was like super excited when I met them, when we put on work before our last fight. For the New York card. So, but now I'm more excited and more happy, and I'm looking forward to getting better and better with Mike Brown, Kami Cattell, the other coaches, and the ATT fighters from Coconut Creek, because it's amazing group of people. Dan Lambert, the owner, he's very nice and good and smart guy. He's amazing person, you know.
Right, and Joanna, the one thing that I also wanted to ask you was, and I saw you in person at UFC 193. The one thing that I noticed was that during your media calls, you have a different personality. But when you're under the spotlight, when you have the face-offs and the actual fight, you become a different fighter. So what goes through your mind when you get inside the octagon?
Oh, I just, I don't like the question when people ask me, the fight was hard or she deserved the rematch. It's one It's not like that. The hard work is before the fight. Like for me, the fight is just a glory day. It's like an exam where I can check when I can check uh, my skills, my weapons, because I put on work before the fights, not during the fight, because some of the fighters, they are sometimes too lazy to train. They are saying that they are training hard, but they are not, and then they are surprised when they are losing the fights. So I'm always trying to put on great performance, great camp. I trying to challenge myself every day and work really hard. I know it's hard because like when you preparing for the fights, like 6, 7, 8, 12 weeks, even longer, then your body is getting tired, your head is getting tired, and there is not then there is not like smiling and happy days, but we must deal with it. This is what makes me, this is why I'm the champion, because I never give up, and even I feel bad, even I'm like injured a little bit, I'm keep on going, but I'm going.
Now, hello, hello.
Opponent.
Yeah.
But so many people work with me, and I'm very appreciate that.
Right,
Now,
and also, you are an exceptional striker. And in the past couple of years, we have seen the evolution, the well-rounded game of Joanna Jedrzejczyk. So, can you also tell us how that journey has been from that striking background that you come from to
Yeah.
becoming a full mixed martial artist?
Yeah, I started with Muay Thai in 2003, so it was like 14 years ago, and I'm doing MMA for like maybe 4 or 5 years. But of course, it was difficult. Like I used to be a striker, so I remember the first MMA trainings, first grappling trainings. I got so mad. So many people submit me so many times, and I was like, holy shit, I used to like be the best. I used to be like world Muay Thai champion and European champion, and now I go train with the beginners and I'm getting submitted. But it was something new. But I was like, no, even you in pain, like physically, mentally, you must keep on going. One day you're going to be the best in MMA, like you were the best in Muay Thai, and I was just keep on training hard, and now Jiu-Jitsu is my favorite training, probably grappling, Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling. I like this, I have like small goal, small dream to be a ADCC champion when I will finish with MMA fights. So, but it's just a dream. We are joking about, but maybe one day, why not? I really like it, and I'm really enjoying this. So the transition was not easy. Of course, like I had like big names. I fought with good fighters, female fighters from all over the world, and it was difficult. But every time I put on work, and this is what made me.
Now, recently, Michelle Watterson's name came up as a contender, but you shot that down. Now, you seemed very dismissive of Michelle Watterson, almost as if her name didn't deserve to be mentioned as a contender right now. Can you elaborate on that?
Who said that? Who said that?
You said that Michelle Watterson
Yes, I
isn't.
said that, but who said that she's going to be the next contender? No one said that. Like, come on, she's coming out of injury. I very like Michelle Watterson,
Yeah.
like personally, and she's a very good athlete. She used to be a former Invicta champion, but she's coming of the win, but also she had the injury. She was out for such a long time, so I think she needs to fight one or two more times before she will get the title shot. I even spoke about to Sean Shelby because I was surprised when I heard the rumor. I've got so many messages. Even my fiance called me like, "Hey Asha, why Watterson is coming to Denver? You're there. Are they going to announce the fight?" I was like, "Calm down, baby. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know like anything about like." But I should know first about and Sean said like, no, Joanna, she needs to fight one more time or two more times because she was out. We cannot let people that they put on great performance and they will get the title shot because there is so many good athletes, good talented girls in the line who are waiting for the title shot, and It's the best. MMA, UFC is the best organization in the world, and it's not just about the hype. It's not about just the best fights, but about the best athletes as well. First of all, about the best athletes in the business. So, I believe that one day Michelle Watterson will get the title shot.
Okay, but a couple of fights later. Fair enough, and we agree she does have to fight a couple of more times before she deserves to fight you. So, any news on your next opponent or somebody who you may want? Is there somebody in your mind who you want to fight
No,
next?
I think we need like 10 more days to make sure who I going to fight and where I'm going to fight, because I still don't know. But I want to fight April, May, maybe more in May, because I was out for a little bit. I was busy in Poland, in Argentina. I've been shooting the TV program right after the fight in New York. So I want to just keep on getting better and better with American top team, with my coaches, my sparring partners, and wait. Like I start my camp. I started my camp already, but I'm waiting for the name of my opponent and the date, and I will make sure that I'm going to be ready.
Right, and also, Joanna, I asked you this previously. You are the trendsetter when it comes to the women's division in MMA and in the UFC. You were part of UFC 193. I started pay-per-view and also at UFC 205. So, how did that feel? Just going to Madison Square Garden, knowing that you were part of history. How did that feel for you?
It was amazing. I'm joking that I was born for that, man. I like the people see just 2-3 years of my fighting career, all the hype, the sponsorship, the money, but I put on work for 10 years, more than 10 years. I was investing in myself. I used to work so hard, physically, then train, then I was back to work. Then I used to like pay from my money for the competition, for example, in Australia, in Thailand or somewhere else when I was competing in Muay Thai. And people don't see that, but now I'm happy. I'm enjoying my life as a UFC fighter, as a UFC champion, but I put on such a like tough work. And one day, a few years ago, I had a dream, I had a goal to be the best in the world, to be a legend one day. And this is where I am. I didn't know what I can do. There is not like a special recipe for that. Just hard work, be humble, be patient about, and work hard. And I'm here. Finally, I'm here. I'm happy that 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago, I've got a chance to fight for the UFC, and 2 years ago, I won a UFC belt. So this is amazing.
Right, and you also joked about going to Santiago Bernabeu. They invited Conor McGregor. You said, "Let's do that." Is that something that you want to do? Is that
What to
your
do?
bucket list?
What to do?
Going to Santiago Bernabeu, the Real Madrid stadium?
Oh yeah. Why not? We can do this right there. Why not? Why not? I'm happy. I always trying to put on show, and I'm of course everyone wants to be part of the biggest events, the biggest shows. But just let me fight. It doesn't matter where, but just let me fight.
Right.
Now, you had a lot of acrimony with Claudia Gadella during the Ultimate Fighter, but you showed a lot of respect for each other after the fight. Now, do you think she deserves a rematch, especially since the first fight, was a split decision? Do you think is
You know,
she on your horizon, close by?
even like the stare downs or the face offs are very like intense. Like I have respect to everyone, because like if I don't respect my opponent, I could just lie down and wait for the date of the fight and don't train. But I respect all of them, and that's why the stare downs are so intense, because I put on work, and I know that the MMA and like every sport, every discipline is beautiful, but in the sport, some of us must win, must lose, and learn. So I respect Claudia Gadea, and we had like very tough 2 fights. Very, she's very good athlete, very strong, but uh, she was trying to put me like in bad position during the Ultimate Fighter, but I said that time that I'm going to put her in shame, and I will need for that just 25 minutes, not 6 weeks, like she need that in the Ultimate Fighter. So it was tough fight, but for even just small second, I was for every second I was believing in myself that I'm going to win this fight. Even I lost the first 2 rounds with her, but this is why I am the champion. Right now we are good. Of course, maybe we are not going to be a friends, but we respect each other, and probably there is going to be a rematch. But I don't know, maybe next year, maybe in 2 years, because it's boring for the fans to get like third fight between me and Claudia Gadea if she lost to the champion twice.
Yeah. Now,
if you get a chance, you must make sure that you're gonna get everything what you can.
Right, and you faced a lot of a different variety of fighters in Carla Esparza. You fought a wrestler, grappler, and Claudia Gadela, Valerie Letourneau, recently a striker in Carolina. Now, how do you see your evolution as a fighter? Do you sit and analyze how you have evolved in the past couple of?
I'm looking forward. That's why I moved to ATT. That's why I moved to America, because I want to put on great work. I want to keep on learning. I remember when I was younger, when I was like a young fighter, like some adults, they were like, oh, if you're gonna be in my age, like 25, 26, you're not gonna cut the way that easy, you're not gonna learn, you're not gonna be that powerful, you're not gonna get in shape that quick. But I'm getting just better and better. I'm getting older, but I'm getting better and better, more smart, more pro, and like a good wine, So I'm looking forward to learn new stuff from the best people in the world, from the best coaches in the world, and the best fighters in the world in American top team. And this is amazing. And I think that I'm going to change my game. Like before last fight, we had just 7 weeks, so I when I moved to America, I jumped into the camp right away. So this time we have more time to change a little bit my grappling game, my wrestling game, and I believe that I will keep on evolving all the time from camp to camp.
Okay, now you've said that you want to fight 3 times in 2017.
Sure, and I will do this. Like I hope that that I will be healthy, no injuries, and I wish that God will help me with that to fight 3 times this year.
Do you have any ideas of who you would want to fight? You have mentioned Angela Hill as well.
Like I said, I know mine who is going to be my next opponent. Like, you know what? That's why like people are asking who you want to fight, Like, it's all about the sport for me, not about the hype. I don't wanna I don't wanna say that I wanna fight Conor McGregor because I want to make my money.
Yeah.
I'm the real fighter. My body, my mentality, my head, my heart. It's all about fighting. It's all about the sport. It's all about, maybe sometimes there is a like intense stare down, intense face off, but it's all about the sport competition, and this is what I care about the most, getting better and proving to people that I'm the best athlete in the world, not the best show woman in the world, so people should the fighters should calm down. It's not just about the money. If you work hard, if you're patient about, the money will come one day, Same was with me. I used to have some just money for my trainings, not for other stuff, I even couldn't get a car, but it was my choice because I wanted to put on great performance. I wanted to fly to Thailand and fight there and get more experience. But now I can have everything, but I'm still humble and patient about it. This is what I focus on. So I think that people should calm down and wait for their chance, like when I was a younger fighter, I never choose my opponents. Even I was an underdog. I remember when my management, my trainers, they were like, we don't take this fight because you are going to lose this fight. She's too good. You're not gonna get into the UFC. I was like, no, we're gonna take this fight, and I will learn from this fight and win this fight. And that's why I'm here. That's why I got into the UFC. That's why I've got a title shot after 2 fights in the UFC. That's why I'm defending my title all the time, That's why I'm still a champion, It was my 4th title defense. I'm about to fight for the 5th time. So this is amazing, This is amazing.
Now,
Right, and now you have a lot of champions going for two division titles, and UFC is thinking about coming up with a flyweight category for the women. Do you have any
Yeah,
ambition?
like I said this like a year ago, even like 1.5 year ago. Like now every female fighter is just like, oh, I wanna fight for two titles. Now I wanna be the first who is going for the second title. Okay, I let them fight. If they're gonna open 125 division, like I will move probably because it was my goal and dream, but not in hurry. I feel good. I've been working with perfecting athletes. It's going to be our third camp together. I'm healthy. My doctor Michelle, my nutritionist Paulina, they are like always with me. I feel healthy. I can do the weight cuts easy, so I can like keep on fighting in 115 forever, But if they are going to open 125, I will move and fight there as well. But I will like keep on defending my title in 115 and 125. Then not
Right.
not rush in my head. Not rush in my head right now.
Now, whenever you've spoken about Ronda Rousey, it sounded like, of course, you have a lot of admiration for her, and you've spoken about emulating what she did, which is 6 title defenses.
Yes,
So,
I want to I want to do the same. It's like difficult. It was not easy to get the title shot. It was not easy to win the belt, but definitely it's more difficult to defend the title with every single fight. So I know it's a big deal for me. My goal, my dream, which is like keep on going me forward. So yeah, I want to defend my title minimum 6, 7 times, because Ronda was simply the best. She defended her title 6 times. I want to do the same.
Right. And also, I wanted to ask you this. In a recent interview, you kind of gave a glimpse of what your future holds. You talked about, once you stop fighting, you wanted to be the perfect mom. You wanted to be the perfect wife. Now, realistically, how long do you think your career is left for you?
Last year I was like, because like when I do something, I do like 100%. I cannot be focused like 20% or something. That's why I enjoying the media, the photo shoots. Of course, the fighting, the training is the most important. But I'm talking about like I'm enjoying my life as a champion, and of course in the future I want to be a mother, I want to be a wife, and I want to spend more time with my family. And I don't want to be like between something. Right now I moved to the America. My fiance and my family, they stay in Poland. I just see them once in a while, but I know that I must put on work. I must get everything what I can, because it's my 5 minutes, my American dream. And so last year I was like, maybe I will fight just till the end of 2017, but no, I like it's my life, it's my life. I've been fighting for half of my year, and the thing is, like, I don't know when I will retire. Maybe in 2 years. Now I like with the new team, new people with perfect team athletes. I feel good, so I just want to keep on going. There is no. I don't set up the date when I will retire. If I'm gonna feel that I wanna retire, I will do that. But right now, I just want to keep on going and proving people that if you put on work, you will get the right fruit.
Right. And the other thing is, you're similar to Ronda in a way that you both are, open about what you think, you speak your mind. Now, the main question is, we have seen a lot of fighters saying, oh, we are role models, we have to be role models. What are your thoughts on the fighters? Is it up to the fighter if they want to be a role model or if they want to just speak their mind and be truthful?
Yeah, I think that some of us, they feel the media, they feel the fans. Some of them they don't, like, they are too shy, or they just don't give like nothing about. So I don't know, like, some of the people, they like it and they enjoy it. Some of them, they don't understand this. But okay, we are fighting for ourselves. We are fighting for the money. We want to be the best athletes in the world. We're fighting for the best MMA organization. But of course, the fans are part of our job. The media are part of our job. So we must like share with them a little bit, Like, I mean, the fans are coming for us to the show. They're buying the tickets. They're buying the pay-per-views. We must be in good contact with them. We must be in touch with them. Like I said, I'm really enjoying this. So it's like transaction between us and the fans as well. We must put on great performance. We must put on show with every fight, and the fans must enjoy it. What I'm talking about. So it's like good transaction between us and the fans. You cannot go to the weigh-ins and show the middle finger to your fans or talk shit. Like we must respect each other. Because like I said, there is a relation between us, and I really appreciate that.
Now, the sport in India of MMA is growing as well. It's a growing sport here. Of course, we get the UFC. We are able to watch the UFC live. There are a lot of upcoming fighters here. Any kind of advice you'd like to give to the upcoming MMA fighters here?
Guys, it's the last question. I'm about to leave for training, and what I can say, like, like, so many fighters, when they get into the UFC, when they sign with the UFC, they are like, okay, my dream came true, and that's all, And after 2-3 fights they lost, they are getting like kicked out. So no, the work starts from here. When you get into the UFC, it's a big opportunity for everyone. But it's all up to every single person how they will like bring the career, the fighting career up. It's about being the best athlete, but it's also about the charisma, the character, the personality. So the hard work starts from the after you sign the contract with the UFC. So be patient, hard work, and be humble. So that's all what I can say about it.
All right. So I think, as you said, you must leave for your training.
Yeah,
so
I'm sorry.
we really appreciate it. Yeah, we really appreciate you taking your time out to talk to us. So thank you once again, and all the very best for your future fights.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
all
much.
the best to you guys.
Thank you so much for your time, Joanna. Thank you.
Thank you, Joanna.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.